Gang. Gang, day 7. Check this out, boy. Check me out, boy. What up, what up? Let me see. Let me know when you guys are seeing this broadcast. Let me know when we're live. Let me know when we're in this. When we're in this hoe. Man, a Saturday, a beautiful Saturday evening, man. And I'm happy to be live. I'm happy to be here with you guys, man. There it is. There it is. We're live. Rocky Stream, thanks for being here. Haley Gardner, thank you for being here. Jeffrey Epstein, what's up? Ben, check 1 2. Yeah, hit you with a microphone check 1 2. What is this? The 5'7" with the roughneck business. How are you guys doing, man? How are you guys doing? I want to say today's a good day. You guys feeling all right out there? I want to say that today is a good day, man. I'll wait till a few of y'all pour in here. We'll get right into it. We will get right into the action, man, because it is a beautiful Saturday. We are 1 week into this, man. 1 week into making good decisions. 1 week into going to the gym every day. 1 week into being sober. 1 week into making changes, man. Giving ourselves a chance. Rob said, I won money and on 1 month without weed today is a good day. Yes, today is a good day. What did I do today? I woke up, went for a walk, went to the gym. I did chest. Already seeing some noticeable improvements in the gym. Already seeing some slight weight gain. And seeing some uptick in my mood, man. Seeing some uptick in my mood, you know. Still got a little bit of anxiety. The mornings are weird and the nights are weird. I don't know. I think it's just going to take some time. But I wake up and it's like just that illogical fight or flight mode, and it's just trying to ignore it. I'm just trying to move past it. Just trying to ignore it. Nope, didn't have any dreams. I probably only slept for a handful of hours last night. But that's okay. Because we're still doing it, man. We are still doing it. We're still locked in. We're still trying our best. I want to hear from you guys, chat. How are you doing? Are you guys feeling good? Are you having a good day? Is it a bad day? Are you making improvements? Are you ready to make some improvements? Or what's happening? I see Rob is saying dreams after quitting weed are brutal. It takes me time to recalibrate in the morning. Bro, I haven't even been having dreams. I haven't even been getting into that dream mode because I've been sleeping so little. I got these Bilbo Baggins eyes, man. I'm bagged up in the eye department. But the important part is we're here. The important part is we are still showing up, and we're still doing our best. King Vicious TV said, oh no, Brandon's going to start selling a course now too. Nah, I'm not selling a course, man. No course for me. This is a free live stream. Free to call in. Everything free. Free. The only course I want you guys to buy is the course that makes you feel like you're being your best self, and that course is free. You purchase that in your mind. You purchase that by yourself. We're not going to have no creativity kits here. We're not doing any of that, my friends. We are just trying to be good. Tyler Ross said, what's up, folks? Today has been amazing. Just had an awesome week with my son. Hit 1 year sober off alcohol and Xanax last August. Shout out to Tyler Ross, bro. 1 year sober off alcohol and Xanax. That's amazing. And it all started with a week. It all started with 1 week, and that's where we're at right now. We are at 1 week. Duke said the cuctivity kit. Yes, sir. Yeah, he could train you in that. You know who. Lism said, love you, man. I love you too, man. So let's get into what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about how it is important to take action. It is important to start. Because I was thinking about how if you thinking about things and setting goals without action, that's daydreaming, man. If you just think about stuff and you don't take any action ever, that is daydreaming. But if you take action and you don't have any thoughts, I mean, you're just a barbaric moron. You're an absolute barbaric moron. So we got to have a balance. We got to have a balance, and I just hope you guys are putting it all together, man. And if you've been watching this for 7 days. If you've been watching this for 7 days and you are yet to take action, I think now's the time, man. I think now is the time. Seriously, man. Because what better time than now? When are we gonna have another time to take action? Because if you put off today what you could just easily put off tomorrow, you're gonna be caught in a loop. You're gonna be caught in a trap. And that's where I feel like I've been all year, man. I've been doing everything good for the business, but nothing good for me. And I feel like I'm breaking through. I feel like I am breaking through. Goop said, "Real trap us. Speak right now." We're just out here trying to make some money. As Nick Rochefort said, I'm just trying to get some money to feed my daughter. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. So, yeah, we just got to find that balance, guys. We got to find that balance, and we have to make sure that we're not being stagnant. We got to make sure we're moving. We have to make sure that we are taking action. Now, what is that action going to look like for you? And what are your priorities? Because I feel like if we don't have our priorities in line, then we're never going to feel fulfilled. I see Shane Anthony in chat said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dangerous would you say complacency is, Brandon? I would say complaining mixed with complacency and is some of the most dangerous things, man. A negative mindset and not taking action is just a recipe to be stuck where you are. It is a recipe to be stuck where you are. And I feel like life's all about improving, changing lanes, evolving and adapting. And yeah, man, I just don't want you guys, if you've been tuning in for 7 days and we've been doing a lot of good talking and we've been feeling our emotions and we've been engaging and connecting with one another, I just don't want you guys to get too comfortable in that mode. I want us to take action and to do something about it. Great AK said, would you say that it's a female mentality? I don't know what you mean by that. But to be honest, I don't put that much thought into whether something is a male or a female mentality. I really don't care. I just put into, just think about what's my best mentality and where am I best at. And I feel like I'm best when I don't worry about everyone else and compare myself. I'm my best when I focus on just being Brandon, bro. Because we're all weird, man. I know for sure I'm fucking weird, man. I never felt that normal. So, and I think, like right now, as I'm thinking about myself and how I feel and what my priorities are, it's helped me to come and talk to you guys and reflect. It really has helped me. And I was talking to my good friend Tommy G today. I woke up this morning to a call from my good friend Tommy G, and he just hit 1 million subscribers. If you guys didn't know that, congrats to him. That's that big dog. That's that big dog right there. And we were talking, and Tommy always does a good job of uplifting me, man. He's a really great friend. But we were talking, and he was saying, like, bro, you have achieved the things you want to achieve. Like, where do you think you're falling short? And I think here's what it is, man. I think that success in your career and like following your dreams, that's like the golden box you got to check, right? But I think that if you don't have your priorities in line and you don't have, your basic health, your basic diet, exercise, and sleep, if those boxes aren't checked, that golden box, you're not going to feel it. It's not going to feel as good as it should. So I'm just getting back to the basics, man. I'm getting back to checking the boxes I need to check so I can feel good. And yeah, that's focusing on my sleep, focusing on what I'm eating, focusing on my exercise routine, and my mindset and my positive self-talk. Because I feel like once we have a strong foundation, they can't stop us. That's what I feel like. I feel like once we have a strong foundation, they can't stop us. And I see Andy the Human in chat, bro. He said, can I buy that shirt you're wearing? Not yet. I've been working on a merch drop for like 6 months. It's my best merch drop yet. I got thousands of dollars invested into it, but it's not available yet. It'll be coming soon. And this, I'm not, you brought it up, so I'm just saying it. We got these fanny packs embroidered coming as well, but they're not ready yet. I'm working on getting everything good and getting everything just set to roll out. On that note, check this out, because I haven't showed you guys this. We've just been dialed in talking. So on day 7, I'll give myself a minute of plugging some of these designs. Man, look at this. This is done by an artist named Isaiah Castillo. It's me riding a bicycle with a banana on the back. The front, it says Cold Ass Riding. It's the thickest sweatshirt that you can actually purchase. Incredibly expensive material, but it's just stuff I'm excited about, man. I'm excited to make some good stuff and get some stuff that you guys like, even if it's just a few of y'all. So So yeah, man, I've been feeling motivated today, and I've been feeling good, and I'm happy I got to have a nice conversation with my boy Tommy today, and I got to spend some nice time with my loved ones, and I feel like I'm getting back into that zone where I'm gonna be able to get back to some awesome main channel content, you know. And we're taking action. We're doing all the things to feel good, and it is gonna be it's gonna be good, man. I swear. I've just I'm just letting myself have some time to feel all right. And I want you guys to think about what are some things that you think you are neglecting, whether it's your sleep, your diet, your exercise, your positive self-talk. What are you neglecting? Because I feel like sometimes the simplest things that we neglect, it snowballs, and it ends up affecting us in ways that we don't see. It ends up affecting us in ways we don't see, man. Dylan Guttersnipe said, "I'm off my Valium script. It's hard. It's a hard road to sobriety, but all good things and making challenges are hard. Got to put the work in constantly, man. Yeah, I've been doing some reading about stoicism. I think it's good to to fill the brain with positive, motivating words, because sometimes my self-talk just reverts back to that negativity and saying, don't go live, get high, don't go to the gym, you're a piece of shit, you're a loser, all these things that they don't even make sense. So I've just been trying to pick and choose which thoughts I give weight to. I've been trying to ignore some of the bullshit thoughts that I don't like about myself, because we are in control, man. And I think the sooner we can take accountability for our actions and our thoughts, the sooner we can regain control of our life. And there was this Stoic quote that said, we're not put on this earth to feel good. Let me look it up. Hold on. I think it was, you aren't meant to feel nice. You are meant to work hard. And I think sometimes I sit around waiting for it to feel good, waiting for things to feel good, sitting around hoping someone will help me, sitting around hoping that I'll get struck with a wave of motivation. But that might not be coming. Maybe for some of you guys, maybe that's possible. But for me, man, I feel like it's not coming. And if I don't help myself and I don't do the things to hold myself accountable and take action, then it won't get better. But the good news is I can say concretely on day 7, and watch you, I'm going to be crying my eyes out tomorrow and being a baby tomorrow. But for day 7, man, I feel better. I'm feeling better. And I'm happy about that. I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of the progress I'm making, and it feels good. And I hope that whenever I drop this next video, this Juggalo video, I hope you guys all enjoy it. Because I wanted to say this, before we move on to the calls, I wanted to say I have 35 videos, 35-ish videos in the vault, and a lot of those videos, man, I can just think off the top of my head. Like some of those videos, getting drunk till I puke. Some of those videos I'm doing ketamine. Some of those videos I am on acid. Some of those videos I've taken a Percocet, man. And I'm still going to post those videos. But I want you to know that those things are in the past. And I don't want you guys to worry when you see that stuff and think like, oh, he's messing up, or he's regressing, or he's broke his sobriety. I'll let you guys know. I will let you guys know. At the end of the day, we're gonna do a recap. We're gonna do a recap video November 1st, and I'm gonna realign my goals and reevaluate my goals. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have in the vault that is me being a lunatic, bro. It's me being a degenerate, And I think there's some entertainment to that, but I don't want you guys to think that I'm being a hypocrite, or I'm regressing, or I'm not doing my best to be healthy, because I'm going to be on this path, man. And it's been a pleasure to be with you guys the past 7 days, and I'm excited for the next 3 weeks of this month. And then we'll just see what comes next, man. I definitely don't think that I'm not going to continue the daily streams after October, but maybe we could reevaluate, and I can talk to you guys and see what you guys want me to do, and see if we want to continue some streaming here and there, or if we just want to move on. And I think there's nothing wrong with having phases in life, and there's nothing wrong with things being temporary and moving on. But I'm going to enjoy these times we have together, one day at a time. And I'll read a little bit of chat, you guys, because I've been neglecting the chat. But I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm gonna look at some chat. Let's see. Shane Anthony said, "My grandmother always said you can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you have the ability to not allow it to make a nest in your hair. Never knew what she meant till I was older. That's a great point. That is a great point. That reminds me of like a negative thought. Sometimes you can't control a negative thought coming through your mind, but you are in control of if you let it stay in your mind. I feel like that. Every man said, I want to see you beat Sneako's ass. Oh, man, you're preaching to the choir. Legally, of course, but that day is never going to come because some people are cowards. And I pity that guy. I feel bad for him. I will say that. Mango Pod said, makes the anxiety harder to address. Yeah, man. If we can't really feel our feelings, I think sobriety is reality. And like I said, I'm not talking down on anyone who's not sober. It's totally your prerogative. And I think people cope in different ways. And if you can make it happen, you can make it happen. But for me, I'd like to think that sobriety is reality. And I'd like to get back to a healthy baseline where I don't need to look for other things to feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote down some quotes if you guys want me to rattle off some of the quotes that I've been thinking about and that have been helping me. And then I got some song lyrics. I know some people were giving me a hard time yesterday. Look at me, I'm Brandon. I know this quote from this song. That is true. That is true. So yeah, let me read some stuff. Some stuff that I got from Stoicism. Hard work erases doubt. I think that is a good one, man. If you're not working hard, I think that's when doubt comes in. If you're doing everything you can to be your best and to work hard and to grind towards something, I think that makes you confident. I think a lot of confidence, genuine confidence, comes from being honest with yourself and working hard. It's SmackDown said, I don't believe in sobriety. Even food can be a drug. Are you addicted to water just because you need it to survive? I mean, you literally can't exist without water. You can exist without a lot of different things. But yeah, I mean, if you don't believe in sobriety, that's not an issue at all, man. I know there's people that drink regularly or smoke regularly their whole lives and they're very fulfilled and they're happy. But, you know, I can't spend time worrying about that. I can't spend time worrying about them. All I can do is worry about what makes me feel good, you know? So, yeah, dude, if you guys are out there drinking or smoking right now or getting high right now, I'm not going to be the guy looking down on you. I'm not holier than thou. I've lived most of my life under the influence of substances. Probably fucking like, I don't know, 25%, 30%. I guess that's not most, but yeah, no worries if you guys, if that's not your journey, but we all got to follow our journey. We all got to follow our journey. Happiness is earned daily. And these are a lot of cliches, but these are just things that I like to remind myself because, like I said, sometimes my positive self-talk isn't good, and I need to fill my brain with positive things to think about. You become what you focus on. That's another one I really like. So if I'm sitting around all day and I'm thinking, I'm a loser, I'm a piece of shit, or I can't do something, or I'm not good enough, man, the more I give attention and the more I give focus to those thoughts, the more that does become my reality, like a law of attraction. You know, you can't let the negative voice inside win. Andy the Human said, I put myself down a lot because I'm not where I want to be. Me too, man. I insult the person I am instead of building up the person I want to be. And I think that's important. And yeah, man, I think like even with these streams, man, since I've started these streams, there has been an outpouring of love and support, but there's also been an outpouring in my messages, in my DMs, that I've noticed of people insulting me and being mean to me, calling me a pussy and a coward and just whatever, like a baby, whatever. I really don't let it get to me because these are probably people that they probably aren't dealing with what I'm dealing with, or they just don't feel how I feel, and I'm not going to let them make me feel weak. And I don't necessarily think it makes them bad that they don't see what I'm seeing or feel what I'm feeling. We're all just different. And if someone's trying to cut you down for something that you believe in or you feel you need to do, don't let them, man. Don't listen to them. If I would have listened to everybody that didn't want me to start YouTube, which was literally everyone in my life, I never would have done it. So I didn't get here by listening to everyone else. I got here by listening to me. I'm sure you guys have certain things like that in life where, you know, people tell you not to do a lot of stuff. Like I was talking to my buddy the other day about, he wants to be a comedian, right? And he was saying, I feel like I can't be a comedian. It's so unlikely. And I was thinking, bro, I don't know. None of my friends from high school even tried comedy. I don't know barely anyone who even tried comedy. But the resounding notion from everyone is that it's super unlikely. But I mean, statistically, if I don't know anyone who's tried, it's like, fuck, dude. Maybe it is actually kind of likely if you were to try and do it regularly for over the course of years. Like, maybe it is a highly likely thing. Look at me in YouTube, bro. I didn't know anyone who tried to do YouTube. Everyone said it wasn't going to happen for me, and I didn't listen to them, and I tried my best. I was consistent, and now I'm a YouTuber. Isn't that crazy? If I would have just listened to everyone else and said that it's not possible, I never would have got anywhere. So I think that's another thing to think about is don't listen. Some people don't listen to them, man. You don't have to listen to everybody. Some people are full of shit. Like if you can't, if you don't admire where someone is in life, or you don't look up to where they are at, or even if you do, I mean, I think it's good to trust yourself, man, and it's good to take action. Beep said the unlikelihood is not the not trying, and the trying is the becoming. Exactly, man. I think things like becoming a comedian or becoming a YouTuber or becoming whatever you guys want to become, I think it is so unlikely because so many people don't try. Nobody ever tries. For real, man. Nobody tries. And I hope that you guys, if you're watching this, man, I hope that you believe me, and I hope that you're going to give it a chance, man. You're going to give it a try. You're going to just take those steps. I think that's important. Let's see. Proxy said, Brandon, I love you, and wine bags. Yeah, man, we've had a lot of good content off that drink, bro. And I got drinking box wine Ocean City Part 4 in the bag. I got getting drunk in Japan in the bag. I got getting drunk in Hawaii in the bag. I got a lot of alcohol fueled content that is coming your way. So even if you guys don't like the sober Brandon, drunk Brandon will still entertain you. But yeah, I feel good to be sober, man. And I like that quote. I know I already said it. Happiness is earned daily. That's just a good reminder to stick to a routine. Because I think when I'm thinking back, man, I used to feel so good when wrestling season would be over, and I'll be athletic, and I'll be happy, and I'll have all this energy, and I would feel good, so I would want to party and shit, bro. And I would lose sight of why I felt good. Like, I don't feel good because I party. I feel good because I was wrestling and dieting and doing all these things. But I would throw all that away by partying, and then look up, and I'm like, damn, I feel like shit. So I think that's good to remember. Happiness is earned daily, and that's why we started this regimen, man. And I want to hop off that hedonic treadmill. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. And I wrote so many things down. I'll just say one more. Life's a game, play like a champion. I don't know how fucking good that one is, but yeah, man. I like to fill my brain with these things, and I like to think positive. And I hope if you care or you listen, man, I hope that I can motivate you to take action. Because go watch day 1 on the live stream, or even day 4, man. I couldn't stop crying the whole time. And if you feel weak, I know I've gotten some messages of people that have said, I'm sure it's easy for you to get better, or I'm sure it's easy for you to do this or that because you're 6'3" and you're famous, or all this shit. Man, you got to stop looking at life that way. You got to stop looking at people that way and thinking, oh, he's got it so good, it must be so easy. Because that's not productive, man. That is not productive at all. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, what I've been thinking about. It's good. It's a good day, day 7. And that doesn't mean we can't talk about some heavy stuff and connect. I don't want you guys to feel demotivated because I'm feeling good. We're all on a different journey, and we're all on different paths, man. So, and that's why I wanted to do this, man. And I hope that by the time this month is over, man, I hope that we're all feeling good and we're all on a good path, and that we get a strong foundation together, and then we can really tackle life, and we can really get after it. Because I think we owe it to each other, and we owe it to ourselves. Time is limited, man. You see some of the stuff going on in the world, and it's easy to fucking worry about it, and it's easy to get. And I'm not saying you shouldn't worry about it, but I'm just saying, who knows how much time we have, man? And we have got to do everything we can to get into a good mental state and to tackle life, bro. And like I said, the time is now. And I really appreciate you guys watching it. And I actually just noticed somebody in the Discord named Jake McCullum, who is another YouTuber and a good friend. Jake, I'm going to drag you in, Jake. If you don't want to talk, that's totally cool, brother. Just let me know. You won't be letting anybody down, but I'd love to talk, man. So no pressure, but I'm going to drag you in if just say you're good, and then I'll drag you out. But yeah, no pressure. I don't want to put you on the spot, man. But let's see. Yo, Jake. Can you hear me? Your mic's muted. And like I said, bro, it's all good if you don't want to talk, but if you do, man,
Here?
I'd love to talk. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, this is weird. I'm like watching you on my computer, and then on my phone, I can hear you again. I think we're good now. Can I hear you?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Like barely. It's like
Barely.
barely coming out for me for some reason. Let me try
Shit, man. For
try it
the
again.
check, check. Can you hear me, Jake?
Oh, okay.
Come
We're,
in.
we're good.
Fulcrum, come in. Yeah, this is Jake McCullum, guys. He is a YouTuber that I think we became acquainted about 2 years ago, right? I think just from the internet, and
Sounds about right.
yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting you in my on Eeyore's birthday in Austin, Texas, the Eeyore's birthday video. And man, I think you're a huge inspiration. I don't want to give up too much of your story, but I think you're a beautiful person and a huge inspiration to do what you do and stay so positive and really just find your own path, man, and rely on yourself to be reliable. And I don't know, bro. I just think you're a beautiful guy.
I appreciate that, man. Likewise.
Yeah, man. So I didn't know if you wanted to maybe just tell Chad and tell the people just a little bit about yourself and your story, because I mean I think it's a wild one, and it's inspirational, and it inspires me at least. And if you don't want to, man,
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to put you on the spot. I know yeah, it's all good if not.
No, 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 it's all good. I'd love to share. If I get to go in for too long or anything like that, make sure to tune in. I can talk all day if I wanted to. But yeah, hi everyone that's listening. My name's Jake McCollum. I've been living out of my car for over 4 years now, I think, and I used to be addicted to crystal meth for 8 years. I'm coming up on 5 years sober on October 31st, which is Halloween. So I'll be celebrating 5 years from the hard drugs, from anything mind altering though. I've been sober for just a little bit over a year. I never really had issues with like smoking weed or drinking. Like that was never really my thing. It was all about all the tweaker type of drugs for me are what were really addicting. But
Mm-hmm.
uh,
The amphetamines.
yes, sir, the amphetamines, the methylphenidates, all of that good stuff. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. Then I think it's I don't know that many people who have been in that place that you were, and have been so open and honest about it on the internet and overcame. I feel like obviously it's a journey, but I feel like you have overcame and you're still overcoming. And I don't know, bro. I really have enjoyed your videos, and I've yeah, just do you want to talk a little bit about the how you got to that place where you wanted to get sober and you wanted to make a change?
Sure, sure. So, yeah, I mean, 8 years right out of high school, I started using with what I thought was my best friend. That's a completely different story, but basically, he was not a good friend. And yeah, I mean, after 8 years and graduating high school and all of that stuff, eventually my own drug dealer was like, yo, like, you are out of control and you need rehab. My own drug dealer told me that. And so my drug dealer slash best friend told me that, got me an appointment with a marketer out in Florida. And literally the next day, I was on a plane um, to Florida to go to rehab. And I wasn't serious. I'll be completely honest with everyone. I was not serious. I was making reservations to get high as soon as I got back from rehab, and that's exactly what I did. Um, but when I got home and I started to use, I felt different. Like, man, I just wasted 45 days of my life trying to get sober just to fuck it all up. And
Yeah.
I felt so guilty that I ended up driving my car from Texas all the way back to Florida, but I couldn't stop using. And so I was still addicted to the drug, but I knew I still wanted help. And so I was like in this purgatory state. And so while I was still using meth, I drove myself 20 hours to Florida, made it there. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go back to detox like sober. That would be stupid. And so I proceeded to eat an entire bag of meth and almost like I thought I was going to die.
Oh
Um,
man.
yeah, luckily, the marketer met me at the same rehab that I had already gone through and took me to a detox, or actually, he took me to the hospital first, but the hospital was like, we don't want to deal with him. Just let him cool off and get some rest. And so he took me to detox, and then I was up for like 3 days. But after the 3 days of detox, I ended up going back to rehab, and it was the most embarrassing thing ever, man. A lot of the clients were still there from the first time that I went, and I was just in shame. These, and basically, I took it seriously the second time, and I did really well.
What do you think? What do you think brought about that change of like the second stab at it was different than the first? Like, what do you think was actually different? Just the experience of going through it, the pain once, and then not wanting to re-go through it, or what was it?
I think I wasn't ready the first time. It was, I wasn't doing it for myself the first time. I was just doing it the first time because someone told me I needed to do it. I was under the influence and I just went with it. After having gone through those 45 days and seen how beautiful life could be without drugs, is when, I came home and was like, I just started to do what I had always known to do, which was use. But then as soon as I took that first hit, like I was like, no, this isn't right. And that's why the second time I went for myself, and that's when things changed.
That's beautiful, bro. Yeah, I feel like that's such an important thing. Is like you can't force somebody who's an addict to make a lifestyle change. You can prevent them for a limited time, but I feel like that bug in them is always going to reappear unless they want it to go away. Do you think that's true?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You have to put in the work yourself. Um, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you cannot force someone's hand, man. You can try to guide them to help see the light, but you cannot force someone's hand. So, what was it like? Just that first week sober, that second time when you really stuck to it, because it's crazy to think you're 5 years into that journey, but it all started off just with that first week, man. And what was that first week like?
Yeah. Man, it was amazing. What I thought, like all of the clients, like I was saying, that were already there, they see me come back all messed up and everything. The beautiful thing about trying to get sober and being in recovery and everything is no one is judging you. Just like even hearing you earlier, there was a dude that commented saying he doesn't really believe in like the sobriety thing and stuff like that. It's just like we're all super supportive and everything, and that's it's super beautiful. um I don't know, but as far as how I felt that first week, it was like just an overwhelming sense of like relief, I guess. Like I finally get to like try and make a change in my life, and I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of like-minded people that are trying to do the same thing. Sadly, half of those people have passed away. But the important thing is that they were trying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a very low percentage of people that actually that make it through. So I mean, if you're alive and today, like pat yourself on the back. This shit is not easy. Um,
Yeah, and I feel like if you're alive, man, there is still hope. I feel like the only time hope is lost is when you don't get to wake up in the morning. Don't you feel like that?
yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
So shit, man. So when did it really start to feel like you were getting past that the addiction? Like I know you're not ever really past it completely, but like was there a time frame? Was it 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months?
Um, I would probably say a couple of months. It would probably for me it was about 2 or 3 months where I felt like I really had like a grasp on it, because that gave me enough time to be like, okay, what can I do with my life that is not drugs? Like, maybe getting a job or spending more time with family, picking up a hobby like skateboarding or running, maybe. Yeah, I would say about 3 months to kind of, get yourself grounded a bit. Um, but man, I mean, that's how much time it took for me. Everyone, but of course, probably everyone is different. Could take some people 2 days, could be a week. But yeah.
And I guess was YouTube a big part of your journey during that time? Because I mean, you were active 6 years ago, 5 years ago. So was YouTube something that helped you in any way, hold yourself accountable or get through that acute period of recovery?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I, I'd go as far as to say that YouTube actually helped keep me sober. Um, just because I was documenting my life and um, it felt good. It's like journaling, but in video form. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and so that definitely really helped me. And then, people are like commenting on the videos that can relate with you, like you and I, about our problems, and everyone else is going through similar things or close to it. So YouTube definitely for sure helped me a lot. I was actually still living in a halfway house with a bunch of other addicts when I started my YouTube channel. Um, and I've basically been sober ever since. There's one video in between today and when I started where I had relapsed, but in that video I explain what happened and everything, and I was completely transparent.
Do you remember what
Um,
that video is called?
yeah, it's called doing a drug addict study on myself. Um, and basically it was just it was kind of like a one of those relapse where it's actually called a lapse. So a relapse is where you're fully blown into your addiction again, and you could be on it for another year, a month, a week, whatever that looks like for you. But a lapse is like when you use one time and you're like, oh shit, no, I fucked up, I shouldn't have done that, and you kind of go back to living the way you were. So it's kind of like, just, I guess you could kind of say, like a reminder, like, yeah, no, you stopped doing that for a reason. You know what I mean? And so that's what it was. It was a lapse. And basically, I was living with someone that I didn't get along with, and I wasn't okay with where I was in life, and I fucked up one night. And that's what that video talks about.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna watch that video after the stream. Yeah, I remember seeing the first video I saw from you. I think you were just talking about your journey living in your car and how you felt. Didn't you feel like you needed to put yourself in that position of living in your car and doing gig economy just because that was like what your mind was telling you to do to give yourself a fair chance to win and be sober?
Absolutely, yeah. That on top of YouTube, living in my car has definitely helped keep me sober. But just for the sake of not wanting to use
Hmm.
in my car, um, and so that's definitely been huge for me as well.
Yeah, and I wonder how many people out there that are go through crystal meth addiction and get off of it, document that through YouTube, and live in their car for as long as you have. I think I don't know, man. I think you're a really unique and rare person. And
I think I've probably been doing it a lot longer than a lot of other people. But I will say, I know there's so many people out there living in their vehicles right now that haven't told one single person about it. Don't talk about it on social media. It's really sad, man. Unless you're doing it on purpose, like me. But um, yeah, there's so many different situations as far as the whole car life thing goes.
yeah, man. So I guess for someone out there that could be watching this that is currently struggling with addiction of some kind, as someone who is, I guess, a veteran of recovery, which I would consider you, at least comparatively, what advice, what key things would you tell them as far as just getting through it, man, and pushing through?
Man, this is going to be really tough for a lot of people to hear. But what really, really worked for me is finding some sort of higher power. For me, that's God, the biblical version of that. For others, it could be Mother Nature. It could be, it literally could be anything. But that is the number one thing that has helped me tremendously. Is spirituality. Second, I would say uh, friends and family is super important. You need someone that you can rely on to for a phone call, just to talk to, someone you can trust. That's huge. And the third thing, man, I would probably say time management. Just because if you're not doing anything with your time, those thoughts are going to creep back up on you. And if you've got the time for them, they're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger until eventually, you know, they might hatch. You know what I mean? So find hobbies, find a job, find people that you can hang out with. Time management, that would be the third thing I would say.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that yesterday. Like healthy distractions, positive distractions.
Right.
Because
Yeah, for sure.
I think so many times I will turn to very negative and unhealthy distractions, man, and it makes you feel better in the moment, but it is not worth it. It is not worth it in the long run. If you were to graph out your emotions and your productivity like a linear chart, um, so do you feel like 5 years into it, has it been worth it, or do you at times question this journey?
For sure, it's been worth it, man. I mean, I didn't think I was ever going to get to the point of where I'm at today. I just thought I was just going to be a miserable addict the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So there is hope. I was that person that was literally trying to basically kill myself every single day for 8 years straight. And I managed to find a way out, and I'm living a uh, a fulfilling life now, I suppose you could say. It doesn't always feel that way. I'd be lying if I said it. Sometimes it doesn't feel fulfilling sometimes, but it definitely feels a lot better than if I was shooting up. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yes, let's talk about that because I feel like sometimes, just speaking from experience, I think I imagine I'm gonna get sober and then everything is gonna be sunshine and rainbows and it's gonna be so good. And when it doesn't measure up to that unrealistic expectation I set, then I think, oh no, this isn't worth it. This wasn't worth it, and I want to go back to getting high. I want to go back to feeling okay. So like currently, what place are you in mentally, or what's going on like currently, present day Jake?
Honestly, I haven't been okay, which which could probably sound really weird with everything that we just talked about, but just like Um, but the thing is though, is I'm still sober, and like I know that I can work through all these things that I'm dealing with right now. I'm just right this second. I'm just working at a job that I'm not very fond of, that I don't want to be at. I've been on a 2 or 3 month break from YouTube, and that was a big crutch for me and expressing my feelings and everything, and I just haven't been doing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to figure out other avenues of things that I could pursue in life, and everything's kind of just hasn't been working out lately. One was real estate. Tried to do my classes for the third time in a row, and I just thought it was really freaking boring, to me at least. Started training jujitsu, love that, but with the job I have right now, I actually couldn't afford it, and so I stopped. And um, it was also just taking up a lot of my time because I was still trying to study the real estate, but that didn't work out either. And so it's just like it's a bunch of me trying. It's a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of me trying, just not. It's none of it's working out, but that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, is that I'm actually trying different things, even though they're not working out. And so that's kind of just what I've been living through lately is just trying a bunch of things, trying to figure life out, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
and I think sometimes trying something and having it blow up in your face and figuring out it wasn't for you just within a month, 2 months, 6 months, it isn't that bad of a thing. Like, because if you think about me, I spent 7 years of my life to become a teacher, 7 years, and I could let that eat me up. Like, damn, I tried that and it failed, right? But I don't view it like that, man. I feel like as long as you're taking action and you're taking your time to figure out what you want to do, and you are going down different avenues and going down different paths, you're getting somewhere. And I feel like so many people are scared to take that action.
yeah,
I know I
for
am.
sure.
I'm scared to take action. It's scary, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah,
But
no doubt.
it's so necessary, man. So currently, like with you feeling down and stuff, have you found anything in your sober lifestyle that is helping you, like, currently just get through it, man? Because I know you said you're not feeling okay, and I hate to hear that, but you're still sober and you're still sticking with the plan. So, like, what do you tell yourself to stick with it?
Don't give up. Um, you know, I'll say it again. Spirituality has been the number one thing for me, and just praying a lot. Um, I heavily rely on that to help me get through. Also, I'm addicted to running, and running is, oh my God, if anyone is going to take anything today, man, just try and break a sweat once a day. I can't tell you how much relief that has given me. I've probably ran every day for like the past month trying to get through all the shit that I've been
And
going through, and
and
it
it,
helps.
you don't let things get in the way of your running schedule, do you? You stick to that, don't you?
Absolutely.
I remember when
Yeah.
we hung out. I remember when we hung out, we were having a good time talking and everything, and you're like, "Hey, man, I hate to do this, but I got to go for a run." And I thought that was cool, man. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So on that same tip of spirituality, I feel like so many people shoot down spirituality because they hate the idea of it. But I feel like even something like the law of attraction, right? Which isn't really, it's not obviously it's not a religion or anything, but the core tenets of it are to be positive, to have faith, to believe in yourself, and to think positively and put out energy that you want to come back to you. And I feel like that overlaps with a lot of things in a lot of different religions. And if you maybe are super closed off to religion and you really don't want to open that up, maybe look into something like the law of attraction, right? I just feel like
Yeah.
having some kind of belief, or having some kind of yeah, faith in a higher power, faith in just something, man, because I feel like we can't do it alone. And I feel like trying to do it alone and trying to make sense of it alone is a recipe for disaster.
I completely agree.
Yeah, man.
I agree, man.
So, well, shit, man. Is there any other like just wisdom that you want to share with the chat, or just anything that you want to say?
Um, hmm.
Because we got people dealing with loneliness, man. We got people dealing with lack of direction in their lives. We got people dealing with addiction. We got people dealing with heartbreak, grief, all types of things, man.
Could we maybe do this? Maybe ask the chat if there's anything that they would want to ask me that might maybe related to anything I've talked about, and
Yeah,
then in the meantime,
yeah,
I kind of wanted to ask you a question if you don't mind.
absolutely. Yeah, chat. Let us know if you have any questions for Jake before he goes, and we can get those answered. But yeah, man, ask me anything.
And this might sound kind of weird, and I promise I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or anything. Um, how do you feel doing what you've been doing the past like 7 days with the counseling on YouTube? I know that but you and I have discussed that we haven't been in the best place mentally lately. Does it like when you're hearing all of these amazing people's stories and what they're going through, does that affect you at all? Does that like add on to your the darkness that you're already going through, or or is it like helping you? Do you think?
I think that I forget if if it was day 4 or day 3. One of the days it was really getting to me, man. And I was comparing my situation to the other people's situations, and I was beating myself up, saying like, "Wow, you're such a piece of shit. Like these people have it worse, and you're being a baby and you're complaining." But I realized the fault in that line of thinking, and how that's just such a terrible way to look at things. Besides that one day, I would say every day that I've done this, it has helped me hold myself accountable, and it has helped me just have something to look forward to, man. Because if I didn't have this stream and I'm going through all this stuff, like I would just, not everyone in my personal life wants to hear me talk about this for 2 hours a day, and I know a lot of my fans don't want to hear it either. And but the ones that do, and the ones that are here, man, it has meant a lot, and I do really appreciate it. And I think it has helped me, man. This is the first week of the entire year that I have been actually genuinely sober for 7 days in this whole year.
Man, that is beautiful.
So,
Dude, I'm so proud of you.
yeah, dude, and like literally, like people like you, man, people that don't give up, regardless of the of what's happening, and it would have been so easy for you to quit, man. And I just try to think of people like you that inspire me to keep going. And yeah, dude, I really hope that I can stick with it, man, and that I could be inspirational like you are to me, man. I hope I can be that for other people.
I appreciate that, man. That really means a lot to me. Yeah, like just the other day, when you texted me, actually it was earlier today. I was going through like probably the worst time, and just a simple text from you saying, "How are you doing?" meant so much to me. Even if I didn't reply or anything like that, just that one little tiny text, dude, just turned my whole entire day around. And so I'm grateful to you for that. And I'm
Yeah, man.
excited to see where this takes you, man. After the 7 days, I wasn't sure how long you had planned on doing it. I just know that I'm proud of you for even doing it for a week. So
Yeah, man. The goal right now is to get to October 31st, and then I'm gonna reevaluate and I'm gonna reset my goals, man. Because I feel like too often I've set too lofty and too unrealistic of goals, and it's fallen short. So I'm just trying to set that realistic goal. But yeah, man, what you said about just me asking how you are, changing the course of your day. I feel like yeah, I want to keep that in my mind. I want to keep that in my mind because there's a lot of people out there that feel down and feel alone. And if you're feeling down and alone, like maybe just check on someone, man. Maybe just take your pain and how you feel, and imagine someone else is feeling like that, and then try to think of something nice you could do for them or say to them, or just check on them, man. Let someone know you care. I feel like too often we don't. We might think about someone, but we won't check on them. And you crossed my mind today, and I was like, man, I haven't talked to Jake in a few months, and I just wanted to check on you, man. And I know we're not, we're not too frequently of communicators, man, but I really do care about you, man, and I do hope you're doing good,
thank you, brother. I feel the same exact way.
And we had a beautiful time in Austin, Texas, bro. So if you guys have not seen any of Jake's videos, I really, really highly suggest subscribing to his channel and watching his videos. And he's super relatable, super genuine, great edits. And if you want to watch him on my channel, he was in the Eeyore's birthday video. And yeah, we had a good time that day, man. And when we went to that park with my girl and her nephews, yeah, man, I really enjoyed that, and I know they enjoyed you being there.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, man. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do better at staying in contact, man, because it has been a few months. And anytime you ever want to talk, I just want you to know that I'm here for you, man. And you have a lot of value to me, bro. I really do. I think you're an awesome guy.
Oh, I appreciate it. I love you, dude.
I love you, man. Well, before you go, let's look at chat and see if they had asked any questions.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how long ago. I lose track of time. If I think too much about chat, I start to lose my mind. But I don't know. Were there any questions? Were you looking at it? I wasn't looking at it.
No. To be completely honest, I
Yeah.
wasn't looking.
I see someone saying.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Someone saying, "What's wrong with kratom?" Someone saying, "I'm not seeing many questions." But
Uh, I feel bad. I feel like I've taken a lot of your time. What
nah,
if
man.
we did this? If anyone is out there struggling that maybe has a similar issue to what I had, you can reach out to me,
Hmm.
and we could bring someone else on.
Yeah. Do you? I guess it's the best place to reach you on Instagram.
Yeah, it's just my name, Jake I. McCollum.
I'm gonna post that. Anyone that wants to talk to Jake, like I said, I always really enjoy talking to him, and I always just I don't know, man. I just think you're a beautiful light in this world. So I just posted your Instagram and chat. If anyone wants to send him a message, man, I'm sure he'd love to hear from you. And yeah, thanks for coming on, brother. Thank you for sharing your story.
I appreciate it. Hope everyone has an amazing day.
All right, brother. Happy Saturday. I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Bye bye.
Peace. Man, I love that guy. That guy. I'm happy that I got to meet that guy, man. When I first became aware of that guy, I think I had about 20,000 subscribers. He had like 30,000, and it's just cool. It's cool when you get to meet people like that, people you look up to. And if anyone in chat had a question, I apologize for not paying more attention to it. I'm just trying to give my focus to the call. So ask Jake a question and Instagram. I'm sure he'll be very responsive, man. And he's been through a lot, and yeah, I'm sure he could help you. So before we get to the next caller, I wanted to share uh, a poem, a rap song. You guys know me and my little hip hops. By an artist called Idea. His name is Michael Larson. He passed away, I believe, in 2009 or 2010 in October. I think he was right about my age. But he has a beautiful song called "Here for You," and I think it's just like a good representation of life and just how we're trying to figure stuff out. And yeah, I didn't really read it. It just came into my mind right now. So let's see. I don't know what parts I want to read. We're all born into this river without knowing how to swim, and eventually we learn how to keep the water under our chins. What that makes me think of, man, is that makes me think of like, yeah, just getting through your daily life, man. It's like a swim, you know? It's like a cycle, just trying to get through your daily life. And we got to learn and find ways to keep our head above water, man, no matter what it is. But on a different note, the chorus of the song, I think, is really beautiful. It says, "We got to learn to see the beauty in each moment of life. Everyone has different paths, and we're seeking the light. The world is divided between peasants and kings, but the truth is everyone is looking for the same thing. Now I want you to know the role you play is part of the whole. Without you, it couldn't be, and I mean that with compassion. So if you ever need anything, I mean anything at all, I'm here for you. All you got to do is ask, man." And yeah, that is the theme of today, man. Taking action, whether it's reaching out to someone, making a change in your life, or maybe asking someone to be there for you, whatever that might be, man. There's people that are here for you, and you got to ask. You got to ask. I think sometimes we take a lot of our time imagining what others think about us or living in this false reality. And we could break down those barriers if we just reached out to someone and made them feel cared about, or showed them how they could make us feel cared about. So yeah, don't self-impose that loneliness on us, or on you, rather. All right, let's see about another caller here. Check. Are we ready to rock?
Yeah, I would just turn them up just a little bit.
Okay, turn me up some. I'll put you at about 117. All right, let's do it. Stone Age Prude, man, what's going on?
What's going on, Brandon? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'd say today is a good day. How's your day going?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm kind of worried. My family is in Israel right now, so it's, I don't want to get political or whatever. I don't really care about all that. Just want to make sure they're safe. But beyond that, I'm all right, I think.
Holy shit, dude. What is that like, waking up and knowing that your family is somewhere where, they could be in danger and that you might not be able to do anything
Well,
about it?
okay, to be fair, they are in, they're in like, they're not really near the Gaza Strip, so it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's probably not gonna spread there. But I've been like calling them, not incessantly, but I've been like, you gotta go to Cyprus or some other island, they're like nearby. Just like get out of that country.
Mm-hmm.
It puts my shit into perspective, honestly. Like I feel a lot less, I mean, it's kind of not fair just to like think like that though. Like I don't know, like I hear all these people going on and they talk about their problems, and I'm like, they're like ex-cons, drug addicts, stuff like that, and it's like I haven't had stuff like that but I have had problems that um I feel like are kind of not worse, but like it's way less straightforward. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, man.
if you're a drug addict, yeah, sorry,
No,
go ahead.
I just feel like we can't compare our pain or our
Yeah,
suffering to other people. Like, everyone goes through different things and they handle it different ways. There's people that go to war and they're totally fine. There's people that go to war and come back with horrible PTSD. So I feel like
for sure.
you just gotta worry about yourself and how you feel, man. But I think not making comparisons and have it be negative, but yet just allowing it to give you perspective. So what is it making you feel like as far as perspective?
I mean, in terms of like perspective, I certainly feel like, damn, I just like I mean, my family has their own shit to deal with, like I've like I'm the youngest child, right? And my family has spent the most money on me. I mean, my brother has his own bullshit he had to deal with. My sister has just gone through a divorce, but like I've been out of all of us, I've had the most, I think, like mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really weird. I'm sorry if this isn't directly answering your question,
You're
but
good, man.
uh, I have a really weird. I have ADHD, but then there's something like next to ADHD that people don't really know a lot about. It's called nonverbal learning disorder. You're a teacher, you might have heard of it.
Yeah,
You were a teacher.
yeah, yeah,
You've
yeah.
heard of it?
Not nonverbal learning disorder.
Yeah. When people learn about it, they're like, "This shit is fake. It can't be real." Like,
What does it mean?
and because it literally is like I can't learn things the same way other people can, and it's really hard to believe because people with that type of like disorder, when they're young, they seem really smart. They're eloquent. They have a much better vocabulary than others. But what people don't realize is that they're using like rote memory for that. Like reasoning is way harder. Like even like I can't like imagine like rotating a like let's say a pyramid. I can't rotate a pyramid in my mind. That type of thing. Like my spatial understanding like is completely fucked. Like all of that shit. So like when I try to do anything with my hands, fine motor or gross motor skills, I can't do it. So that type of thing. It's just like, and then it's also like, social shit. Like I can't pick up on social cues the same way people can. Like
Almost like
it's
a Asperger's or a high functioning autistic situation there.
some people do lump it in with autism. I don't think I have autism like that. I've it's like it's weird, dog. Like I could get into like almost any social group, like, and they'll think I'm chill for a little bit, and then like I just get extra. I guess the word for that is like like I can't. I could like pick up on the lingo. I could pick up on how to like imitate them. I can't pick up on actually how to like vibe with them for super long. That type of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like
It's trouble making long-term meaningful relationships.
yeah, long-term meaningful relationships. And what happens is like people look at that and they're like, oh, you're just making excuses. Like you don't want to try. And it's like, well, I do try, and that's the fucking thing. Like the problem with this disease is that people look at it and say, hey, you just got to try harder. And it's like, that's the worst thing you can say to me, dog. Like, yeah, I know I have to try, but like sometimes I don't even know if it's worth trying. Like, let me give you, I'm like, I work out a lot. Like, and I'm not like huge or anything, but I've been working out for a year, and I've had to scrap certain exercises entirely. Not because I necessarily think I can't do them, but that it's so hard for me to like properly like visualize myself doing it, getting it. Like say like deadlifts. Like I can't fucking do deadlifts. Like it's just too much technical you know uh
Yeah.
technically hard, I guess.
So I
You know what
want
I
to
mean?
ask if telling you to work harder is the worst thing that they could say. What is maybe something good that they could say? What do you want them to say?
Well, I don't fucking know. That's the issue. Like I don't know. Un it's such an under discussed fucking malady that people are kind of, they just lump it in with autism or ADHD, and it's like, no, like that's the thing. Some people have been misdiagnosed with ADHD when they actually have this, and they go into their lives thinking that's what happened to me. I went to college. I knew I had like issues. I knew there was something off about. I knew like you know, I knew I was awful at math and shit, but I was like, you know what? I went to like a preparatory program for this. Like they sent me to this like camp, but they weren't really, it wasn't really helpful. But there was like, this is how you deal with anxiety. This is how you deal with depression. I was like, okay, I think because I was like the people around me were like so fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was. That's the problem with like these fucking programs is that they put you with people who do not have the same issues as you do, and what happens is you feel like you get this inflated like unearned sense of confidence because you're around people who are much worse off than you in certain aspects. And so I thought it was fine going into college. And first weeks, it was fucking crazy, dude. Like I hadn't had sex before. I started like fucking like I had like 16 girls in college alone, like in the first like 3 months. Like
Mm.
I never had that before, but at the cost of that, I lost my academic acumen, and that was like the only thing I used to have. Like
You got
in
lost
high
in
school, I had
you got lost in the pussy.
yeah, kind of yeah, dude. And like it wasn't even. It was more like it wasn't even oh like I would just hit it off with girls. It was like I would get like a retarded amount of matches on Tinder, and then like just threw whatever like at the wall, and whatever like stuck, and then
Mm-hmm.
like it was literally just like a numbers game. And
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. Like I just went fucking insane there, and I just was not prepared for that. And like now I'm here at another program. I've been at this program for a year. The people here are not are cool. The people are dope. I mean, for the most part, but it just I don't know. I feel like I'm stagnating. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. Like I don't have. It's like I constantly have to look at a task. I'm looking at it. I'm saying, is it worth doing? Or am I gonna just fucking not be good at it? Or it's gonna take like fucking 3 months for me to get even like remotely like okay at it. And at that point, I'll have like lost the opportunity to do other stuff. It's just I don't know, man. Like it's fucking annoying.
So what I'm hearing you is it sounds like you are having trouble figuring out ways that you want people to talk to you or feeling out or thinking about like what are things people can say to you because like you said that telling you to work harder is the worst thing that they could ever say, but you can't think of something good that they could say. So do you think it would be good to take some time like to reflect on maybe how you'd like others to treat you or how you'd like others to speak to you?
Well, yeah, but when you put it like that, I think like it's what others say should not matter that much. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just I don't need the whole world to fucking understand what I'm going through. I just need to like my closest friends to understand what I'm going through, and they can't because they've known me for so long. They've just thought I was lazy and shit. Like, and since I'm their friend, they can like forgive me for like kind of being sort of the runt of the litter in like some aspect. It fucking sucks to say that, but like like
You
I
f-
was the one who didn't know how to roll. Yeah, sorry.
you feel like none of your friends can understand you at all?
Some of my online friends believe me, but it's like it's different. Like I don't really have any friends. I moved. I'm from Seattle originally. I moved to Portland. I have like I made one friend. I made friends with another girl, like a girl who was at the program here. But like shit got we started fucking each other, and then she got off her meds and fucking threw a rock at me. So I'm like I learned my lesson. I just can't make friends with other people at
So
programs. It's just
what
like
what is it that you want people to understand about you that they're not understanding?
well, I don't even know if that's like the sort of key there. Like I don't even want people to need to understand me. I just want to get fucking better. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just on the way, it sucks that I can't get like people to understand that, hey, I'm not like I don't see shit the way you see shit. Like I don't see like I can't even fucking do arithmetic like properly sometimes if I don't like actually like sit with like it's like I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the burden. Like I part of me doesn't even want them to understand. I just like I don't know. I just want to mask it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, you want to hide things and not be a burden, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting I'm a little confused to be honest.
What are you confused about?
Like, do you want like have you thought in your mind like if you do want people to understand you or if you just don't care, and if you don't care, then
Don't need the world to understand me.
not
I
the
would
world, but
like
you brought up like
yeah.
people in your personal life. right?
Yeah.
You said you want them to understand you, but then you also said that you don't really care if they understand you. But then you said it would be nice if they would understand you.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me rephrase. The world, I would rather the world not know what like how fucking fucked up I am. I would like to present myself and be able to just like move past whatever this bullshit is, right?
Hmm.
On the way, I would like my friends and, like to be like, okay, wait a second. This guy, like, whenever I bring up the shit around them, like they're like, man, you just gotta fucking do it. And it's like, yeah, I do have to do it, and that's the other issue. Like, I don't know how much of it is me being lazy, and how much of it is also just like, you know, is the actual disease, the brain disease or whatever you want to call it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like
Like,
you
I
like
don't.
getting caught up in that loop of like how much of it is my actual learning disability holding me back, and how much is of it is my perception of my learning ability disability holding me back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
feel like that's what you're
It's
saying. Like,
it's that catch 22, man. And then the other aspect to it, like I said before, is like you don't even know how much of it is both. Like, because I really do believe I can do probably like I've gotten straight A's in math, right? Like, I mean, I
mhm.
had to work my fucking ass off, but like I can do it. It's like, but is it worth it? That's the third equation that I don't know. I just don't know, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you're like a drug addict or like ex-con, like it's obviously incredibly hard to get out of that fucking state of being, but like you at least know what the path is. You get off drugs. I mean, it's easier said than done, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like, it's very for me. It's like I don't fucking know. Like my friends that like a non-online friend told me you got to just stop looking at fucking stop overstimulating. Sorry, your brain with bullshit with fucking even with Discord sometimes, honestly. But like, I don't know, man.
So why would it not? Why would doing the math not be worth it? I mean, you're talking about in pursuit of a degree.
Pursuit of a degree, yeah. I mean,
Why wouldn't it be worth it?
I'm not. I mean, it depends on what the degree is, right? Like certain degrees don't like
Well,
require that much
what degree
math.
are you in pursuit of?
I don't know. I had to fucking pause college. Like it got real bad. I almost got hospitalized. I almost got sent to a psych ward. I managed to like kind of get my like not get into it, but it was pretty bad. I was having like panic attacks like literally every day. My like roommate had to move out because I was just going fucking like. I mean, he was whatever. He- I I was just going insane in college, like straight up. Like I don't even know what the fuck like the future. Like I thought like up until then I thought like that was my life. Like I was gonna be a fucking professor. Like I'm very academically inclined and like I don't want to be like I don't want to call myself an intellectual or anything, but like I read more books than anyone I know like growing up. But so it's like I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. What does your current schedule and routine look like?
it's it's pretty bad right now, but the one thing I could say is I'm at this program where they have like these people they employ these people to like do what these things called like BAs. They're essentially like appointments where they help me pretty much do anything I want. So if I want to like learn how to cook, they'll help me with that. But this expertise is kind of limited. Some of them don't even have cars. Like one of them is like straight up blind, so it's like I guess we'll just do some meditation. I don't know. It's like I haven't. It's been a year, and I haven't engaged with them nearly enough. But I also feel like, I mean, maybe this is like super twisted logic, but like the fact that I haven't felt the like a real urge to actually work with them that much almost makes me feel like maybe like I just no, that there isn't something there for me to want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, or it's me just being lazy, or it's me just being lazy. But I don't know. It feels like they don't have like they just haven't given me enough reason to. They haven't been like, okay, here's this. Like, I don't want to be the one to like. I mean, sometimes I have to organize all of it, which is cool. Like, it's good that I'm learning how to organize it, but like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm hiring like, well, my parents are hiring them to like get like set me straight, and like, you know, I feel like I have to spearhead it, which maybe is kind of the point of all this. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're currently in a program that your parents are paying for in America, right?
Yeah, in America.
And they're
Yeah,
they're in Israel.
they're just visiting my sister,
Okay.
but yeah.
And I mean, what I know it's not an easy question to answer, but what does like happiness and success look like to you? Like what do you aspire to be? What are your dreams? What are some goals you have? Because
I'd like to make
cause,
it. Yeah,
sorry, you
sorry.
go. That's my bad. You go.
All I was gonna say is just nothing like insanely ambitious, but I don't want to like 120,000 a year would be really cool. Have a stable job, maybe have I don't know, have someone I could call a companion. Maybe not a wife, but something of that in that vein. Um, I don't. I want to be able to make like my own money. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have to. I know it's stupid. I think I probably should try working a job just to know what it's like. But I don't think I am the type of person who can actually have a boss. Like and that's not even like I'm just like too good for like no I can't. It's not. It's super hard for me to imagine doing that. You know what I mean? So like I don't know, being like some like decently successful. Um, I have like my parents are like they're not loaded, but they have money. They have like a pretty ridiculous amount of money. Uh, like I have what it takes. They've given me incredible amount of support. I don't lack support. I have the support it takes for me to actually get better. It's just I'm the one. Like that's what fucking sucks. I'm the one who's keeping it. Like all of these people, I meet here on the server, are like and you too. Like from what I understand, like not grow up with a lot of shit and like are still able to make it happen, right? And I'm like, I have a lot of like I have a fucking ridiculous like trust fund going on, and I don't know what the fuck to do with my life. Like I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like you said that. So the first thing that came to your mind when I asked you priorities and goals was $120,000 a year job. So I feel like
Yeah,
you're questioning if math courses are worth doing. I feel like you should set a goal for like, all right, this job or this degree will get me this job, and I'm just going to pursue that. And it sounds like the math courses would be worth it if one of the things that come to your mind is a six-figure salary as a goal.
yeah. I mean, this is a weird thing about like the ADHD, autisms, that sort of wheelhouse of things, right? Is that when I get into something, I just get hyper fixated, hyper focused on it. Nothing else matters. And the unfortunate thing is, more often than not, those things are incredibly, uh, you know, incredibly superfluous, unnecessary things that, I mean, at worst, just sort of distract me from like actually getting better. So, a video game could be one, like D&D. It could even be working out. Like at one point, I was so vested in working out, like I didn't even care about anything else. And that's like fucking gym shit is just like one aspect of actually getting better. Like that sort of thing. And like my dad was like, if you just like directed your attention at like looking for a good stock, like life would be so much easier.
A good
And
stock?
I don't know, like getting like good stocks or like, good properties, like something useful. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to hyperfixate on just getting better. Like I want to obsess about getting better. Like
Yeah,
I
well,
want to make
I
that
guess
like my entire identity. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I guess it sounds like if you said you have a trust fund and you have parents that are very supportive and they're paying people to teach you anything that you possibly want to learn. It sounds like there's the positive note here is that it's in your hands. There's not a lot of issues here that aren't out of your hands. I guess you said you have these learning disabilities and stuff, but like I think it'd be good to recontextualize and instead of thinking like what does my learning disability not allow me to do, like what can I do given I have this learning disability? And I know it's probably frustrating, and I can't like people can't relate. I can't relate to what it's like, but
Yeah. I'm not doing a good job of explaining it either right now,
but
to
it
be
sounds like
honest.
a
But
hard thing to explain. But I just would be really careful about shooting yourself in your foot because you have these things and not like doing things. I think you should try to do things in spite of you doing them. And not to say that it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy or anything, but like I think it's easy.
yeah,
I think it's
for
easy to mentally give ourselves a scapegoat. Like I feel like I've done that a lot. I've been like, oh, I'm not going to the gym today because I need to do this YouTube video and I'm sad. And like I think we need to like be aware of all of our deepest flaws and the worst parts of us, and then
yeah,
just try to navigate beyond that. Like, have you ever heard of the shadow self?
that's like a Jungian thing, right?
Yeah, the shadow self is like, um, it's like, it is. it is generally made up of the parts of ourselves we deem unacceptable. It's like the worst parts of yourself. And sometimes becoming aware of the worst parts of yourself and the worst things you do and the things that are a detriment to your relationships and are a detriment to your productivity, becoming aware of those things can really help you move past them. Because I feel like life is so
It's true.
confusing, man. And I feel like if we're not aware of what things do we not like about ourselves, what things we do like about ourselves, it can just be confusing to navigate, and you can get caught up in this loop of like, I don't know why these people don't like me, and I don't know why I'm having a hard time in relationships, and I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you just, learn when I learned that I had that fucking like uh disability or whatever, like it put a lot of things into perspective because like I always was the dude like if I went to a survival camp once, like everyone was able to make like was able to make these like leather pouches for their like knives. I wasn't
Yeah.
like shit like that. It just stuff just kept like all these memories. Some of them were like suppressed that it just kept piling up and like damn, am I just like am I just like doomed to just like not get better? And it's I don't know.
I don't think so, man. I know, dude. I was always involved in art, and I always felt like an outcast in the art world because I was the only wrestler in the art stuff, and I didn't relate to any of these people's worldviews or the things that any of these artistic kids said, and I always felt like a weird freak. Because all these art people were just so different than me, man, and I never fit in my entire life. I was always involved in art in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and I never ever had friends in my art classes, and I never fit in with any of the art kids, and I didn't like them a lot, and for the longest time I made it feel like something was wrong with me. But then like with the YouTube stuff, it made me realize like a lot of the things that are your weaknesses are actually your strengths, man, and the fact that you can't relate to these people and the fact that you are different than them, you can turn some of these negatives into a strength and just learn how to navigate just navigate given within your differences and your weaknesses. And I don't know, man, what do you like, what do you think you could do like tomorrow that you think would just help you understand yourself better or understand where you want to go, like some just self-reflective
I mean, just
things?
get all the executive functioning shit down. Like, just get stupid obsessed about it. Like, I have,
What does that mean?
apparently, well, I've always been super bad with like hygiene shit. Like, apparently, I'm on my way to getting a like periodontal, like whatever that shit is. Like, so I need to start flossing and brushing my teeth more. Just like doing that, just like immediately, just like I have a fucking reminder set up on my phone, and I just ignore them. Like I thought. So I guess what I have to do is just set a bunch of reminders over and over and
No,
over and
no, no,
over
no.
again.
Don't do that.
Like,
Don't do that. Don't do that. What goes through your mind when you ignore it? When you see it and you ignore it, what
uh,
goes through your mind?
I'll do it. Do it later.
Do it
It's
later.
like it's never like, or it's like sometimes I just see something and I just like exit out just to me. I don't even like process. It's just another. It's a notification.
Here's what I've been doing with the gym, with the waking up, and with the walking, and with just everything that I've done that I feel like is helping me and making me feel better. And I've been asking myself, I've been recontextualizing it, and when it's time to go to the gym, and that voice comes in my head and it says I'll do it later, I don't want to do it, I ask myself, do I want to be happy? And if the answer is yes, then I go to the gym. And if the answer is no and I don't want to be happy, then I'm gonna skip it. But like the answer is never gonna be, it's never gonna be no. So like maybe there's something that whenever that voice comes into your head, I'm gonna skip this, I'm not gonna do this. Just maybe find a question you can ask yourself, like whether it is, do I want to have fucked up teeth and all my teeth rot out? Yes, no, okay, brush the teeth. You know what I mean? I think there's nothing wrong with getting back to the basics, man.
For sure.
I think there's nothing wrong with getting back to the basics. So brushing your teeth every day would be one goal. Is there maybe two more you could think of, things that you could work on this month?
This month,
or tomorrow even, that we could start tomorrow. Working on something.
My dad gave me a book called what's it called? It's called Index Funds. It's like 173 pages or something. Just read that shit.
Okay.
Just read that shit. Take notes.
Yeah.
Like, get back into reading, and read like, and not I don't read like superfluous shit. Like, just actually read like,
about stocks and stuff. So maybe read a
stocks.
chapter every day or every few days.
Yeah, and then maybe like a philosophy book, meditation. Meditation's super important. And then a fourth thing, if I can add a fourth thing, is not touch my phone, not check Discord, don't check fucking Tinder, don't check any of that bullshit. Like, don't check YouTube, nothing. Just like,
Do you have an iPhone?
I have an Android.
Okay. Well, if you, I mean, you said you have money, man. It might be worth getting an iPhone, and maybe Android has this
It's a
function,
difference.
but um, but get an iPhone or finding something on the Android that is the equivalent of the screen time thing. Because on the iPhone you can limit how much screen time you have on each app, and you can limit how much screen time you have in total on your phone, and just giving yourself a chance to actually succeed in that goal. Because I think it's going to be really difficult to consciously put the phone down because we're caught in these dopamine loops and everything. So I think
For sure.
getting a screen time thing would be helpful there.
But you know what? Like, there are parts of me that are like, I very rarely, I have recently done this a little bit more, but I very rarely just like, I'll wait, maybe I'll wait for the last minute to go to the gym, but I will go to the gym, right? If I go to the last minute, I have to rush it. I have to do less sets. It's not good, right? But I will go to the gym. There is like there's something in my head that's like, bro, you got to go to the gym. Like, you got to do this. So if I just have that, if I just expand on that type of fucking, just that urgency in my brain, it's like, listen, you got to go to the gym. You got to do this. You can talk to your friends on Discord later. They're not going anywhere. And even if they are, bro, like, whatever. Like, it's
Yep.
life. Like,
Yeah, refining your priorities and everything, man. Well, man, I really appreciate you calling in and everything, and I wish
appreciate you, man.
I wish your family safety, and yeah, hopefully you can work on some of these things and you can give yourself a chance to yeah to win in some
Right,
of
man.
these goals.
All right. Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Bye. Okay. So yeah, I missed a chat. My bad. I missed a chat from Noritama gave me 5 and said, "Hi from Japan. Been a fan for ages. Love the streams. Plan on watching the rest tonight after we celebrate my daughter's first birthday. Happy first birthday to Noritama's daughter, man. Thank you for watching the streams. I really appreciate that." And then we had, fuck. I'm sorry, I'm not good at I missed it, man. I missed the other chat. I'm sorry, I missed your chat, man. Yeah, I did. It's hard for me to pay attention to multiple things. If I'm, I want to have all my focus on the call. I don't want to be looking. So I apologize. Whoever's dono I missed a $2 dono. I apologize. Thomas M donated $5 and said, "I started on my self-help 7 months ago, and here's what I do to eat more vegetables. I cut them small and put them in the oven while it preheats. With carrots or tough veggies, I flip them when it's done preheating. Gotta dip out and love the streams." Hey, that's a great advice, man. You want to eat more vegetables? Bake them fools. Bake them up. Bake them up. I think that is. I think that's a good idea. That's good. And yeah, as far as the last caller, man, I think there's nothing wrong with getting back to the basics and having goals like, I want to brush my teeth more, man, or I want to just take care of myself. I feel like there's some similarities there with me, as I'm just trying to get back to, like I said, checking those boxes, reevaluating my priorities, and making sure that everything that I need to feel okay is checked, as far as I'm sleeping good, I'm eating good, and I'm exercising good. And then once I have those things in check, the other stuff will be much more easy to pursue and to get after, And to some people that seems dumb, but I think some people, they already have those things dialed in, and it's like, it's not a problem for them. But for me, like, I've done a great job of being a YouTuber and posting YouTube content, but I have not done a good job of taking care of myself. So yeah, building up that discipline and building up that routine. So, well, the UFC card has started, and I wanted to watch that, but I will take one more call. We're an hour 30 in. You guys are here with me on a Saturday, day 7. We're a weekend. We're feeling good. Let's get another caller in, man. I want to hear from you guys, and I just hear what's going on with y'all. Are we ready to rock another person?
Yeah, we got loads.
Hell yeah! All right, let's do it. Man,
Yo.
what's going on?
Yo, by the way, that $2 donation was me, by the way.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah, it was me.
What did it say?
It was me saying, "Hey, I was supposed to get on yesterday, but I couldn't," type shit. And
Okay.
then,
Well,
yeah.
thanks for the 2, and you don't have to donate to come on, but I do really appreciate you donating, man. And thank you for doing that, man. I know
Yeah, I know,
everyone
man.
works fucking hard for their money and to give it to some dork ass like myself here on the internet. I appreciate it.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it.
Come
But
on.
yeah, tell me, what are you going through, man? What's going on?
So like I'm not going through any like crazy like midlife crisis or fucking addictions. I just want advice on this situation. So basically, like I'll say like last week, maybe the week before last now. Like my homies picked me up from work and like we went to a Waffle House and we was just sitting in a Waffle House, just chilling, chatting. And we was just talking about our people. And then he asked me about my father. And my father isn't in my life. It's just me and my mom. Well, I have a brother and a sister, but they're older. They're moved out. And it's just me and my mom in the house. And I told him like, yeah, nah, my dad's not in my life, and like we just made a joke about it and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, my mom isn't either. And then I was like, damn, bro, like most of like all of my homies, like none of us have like our biological fathers in our life. Um,
Hmm.
Besides like one of my homies, he has his dad in his life, but I was like, bro, why is that such a common thing? You know what I mean? Like, I know that's a stereotype, especially like in the black community, but like, dead ass, like, why is that? Why is that a thing, bro? Like,
Yeah.
why?
What? Why? I mean,
Um,
I mean, yeah, it's hard for me to speak because I'm not, you know, what I'm saying I'm not in that community. But like, yeah, why do you think that is such a prevalent thing in the community? And why do you
I
feel?
don't
Why do you
know.
feel like it's if you talk about it, it's like a bad thing?
Yeah, I I don't know. I don't know the answers for both of those questions to be honest. But
Well, I think
I was just
I think I
talking.
worded the second question pretty abysmally. I don't think I worded that
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah.
If you were to write that on
Nah.
paper, I think I asked a pretty dumb question. But yeah, I think that is
Nah.
interesting, man. What makes a father want to take care of his kids, or what makes a mother want to take care of their children?
Yeah. And I was just having conversations with a lot of people, one of my buddies on Discord, about the same thing. And his father is in his life as well. He's a little older. He's 10 years older than me. He streamed like back in the day and stuff like that. But I was just talking to him, and and like the consensus was like, yeah, man, I really don't know. Um,
How does it make you
uh,
feel to know like that? I don't know that your father isn't around, man. Does it hurt your feelings? Does it make you
nah,
angry? Does it?
nah. That's crazy. Like, I'm not sad about it at all. I don't get angry about it. My dad was in my life at one point, like early childhood, like fucking one, two, three, four. I think the last time I seen him was probably when I was like 7, I believe. All right.
Shit.
He bought me my first Xbox 360. But it was like the arcade edition. It didn't even come with like a fucking memory card. That shit like it got stolen too. But yeah, he bought me my first 360. Um and you're crazy. It's like crazy. Like his best friend at the time, they're not cool anymore, is my godfather. And my godfather is still in my life. Like he's still in my life. I call him my uncle. That's like my uncle, and his son is my cousin. Like and
He's like a positive male role model for you. You think?
yeah, I'll say so. I'll say so.
That's
I'll say
awesome.
so. I never really lacked that male role model. I have uncles. I have a brother, and I've never been like I've. All right, let me. I had a good life. Okay, like I'm 19 years old. Um, I feel like I know what I want to do in life. I'm doing what I want to do so far. You know what I mean? I'm really. I love life. You know what I mean? Like if you can see my profile picture, that's me in a crowd of people, and I like just looking happy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I love life. I'll say I have a good life. Everybody deal with their struggles, whatever. But I'll say like I'm cool. But yeah, my godfather is in my life. Um, and I even asked him like I say last year, I was like, yo, like, are you in touch with my dad at all? And I was just like, yo, like, do you have his number or anything? And he said, nah, I don't. Like, the only number I remember is a number that I happen to remember because like back in the day when I was in kindergarten, I used to call my dad every day after school, and I just always remembered this number like by heart, like since fucking I was a kid. And this is going to come later in this story, but yeah, he was just like, nah, like your dad fucking goes off the grid. Like I don't know anything about him anymore. I'm not cool with him anymore. What do you? So I'm like, yeah, but me being so me having a conversation with my friend and stuff like that kind of sparked me to be like, yo, I really want to meet my dad again. Um, find him.
Hell yeah.
Like, cause like I just can't imagine, I just can't imagine just me having it. Like I had a pregnancy scare
Nothing in
earlier
bras?
this year. All right, I was being paranoid as fuck. I wouldn't call it a pregnancy scare because she wasn't late on her period, but I thought I nutted like in a girl, and I was just thinking like,
So you
fuck,
had a
bro, like
pregnancy worry, I would say.
worry. Yeah, I had a worry,
Okay.
and I was just like thinking like, damn, bro, like like me, I'm the type of motherfucker I think like worst case scenario in every reason. So I was like, bro, if I was to have a kid right now, I'll do this, I'll do that. And all of the things that I was saying I would do had me being in my child life. Like it wasn't like, nah, I'll just block the bitch and ignore her and go. Like none of it had nothing to do with leaving my child.
Yeah.
If that were to happen. And I just can't imagine me going to sleep every day. Because something like when I go to sleep, I'll be thinking like I'll think a lot and then I'll go to sleep. I just can't imagine myself going to sleep and being like, damn, it's another nigga out here that has my face.
Yeah.
And
I brought him to this world.
yeah, like I just can't, and I just can't imagine that. And I just wonder, like, do my dad even think about shit like that? Like, do he even be like, damn, like, what the fuck is my son doing that I haven't seen in however many 10+ years? You know what I mean? Like, damn, his 18th birthday was last year. Like, damn, he's about to be 20. He's like, what is he doing? How tall is he? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is he like, what is he
Yeah.
doing?
How do
So
you like not like yeah, I'm totally getting what you're saying. How does he not, and I don't mean to say this to sound rude, but like how does he not care? Like how do you not
yeah,
care about your kid that you, I mean it's you, your DNA, your
yeah,
blood, you made it. It's an irreplaceable thing. Like how do you not think about me?
right. And
Damn.
um, I was talking to one of my older friends, and he was saying how like his dad isn't in his life at all, but his dad is like he follows him on Facebook, right? But he just doesn't talk to him, and it's just like he said, I just really want to have that man to man conversation of just like, yo, like what's good, and I do too. But the thing about my father is he's fucking completely off the grid. But yeah, just me having this fucking I don't know, like this spark of just me wanting to know what's going on with my dad. I started just to look up shit, right? So I went on reverse phone number search or whatever on Google. I typed in the number that I remember like since I was a kid. I typed that in and it popped up with his name. I know it was his name because the name that matches on my birth certificate, first, middle, and last name, that's my last name, the middle name, whatever. And then it popped up with some addresses. Um, and I was like, okay, he could not be in any one of these addresses. So I took it another step forward and I searched up his name on the Jacksonville, because I live in Jacksonville, Florida. Um, I searched up the Jacksonville clerk, like the fucking court record website shit.
Yeah, Florida. I know Florida has a wonderful fucking public court record thing, don't they?
Yeah.
Those little fuckers, dude.
Yeah, so I searched up his name on the Jacksonville fucking shit and it popped up his middle name. I matched it up and he has cases, like a lot of cases. And I knew it was him. I confirmed it was him because it's a case that had my mom name in it, which was like some child support shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, this is him. Like this has to be him. The nigga has my fucking mom's fucking name tied to it. So I'm just scrolling. Yeah, I see he has a traffic violation from 2021. And it has an address on it that was also an address on the fucking phone number reverse search engine that I use.
Yeah, it matched up.
It matched up to like these apartments here in Jacksonville. Because my dad is from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. So did you
I
end up
noticed because
did you end up going to one of the addresses?
I didn't yet. I don't know. Like, I just like another big thing for me. I just want to know if my dad, if I have any siblings. You know what I mean? I want to know if I have like a little brother or a little sister. Because
Oh
if so,
shit.
yeah, like
That,
I really want to be in their life. You know what I mean?
yeah, I didn't even think about that. You could have a whole fucking a whole bunch of half siblings out there, brothers and
Right?
sisters, man.
Because my dad's like 50 fucking 3, I believe. 54, 54. Um, and you know what I mean? I know motherfuckers be fucking pumping out
Yeah.
babies fucking out, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
he's the type of dude to be putting in work on the regular.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I get it from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, runs in the family.
But yeah, but nah, like I haven't pulled up to it yet. I'm really thinking about doing it. I just don't know how I should go about it. Like, should like I don't have a car right now, but one of my friends do YouTube. And I'm like a cameraman for him. Like he kind of does similar things to you, similar, kind of like the Gideon type fucking YouTubers, with, like pranks and disturbing the peace type of things. We do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm his cameraman, and he drives me around. And I asked him, I was like, "Yo, bro," like I told him about the situation. He was the same person who I was talking to in the Waffle House, and I was like, "Yo, bro, you like I found this address that could be my dad. You mind if like you could take me?" And he said, yeah, he'll take me. Um, but I just don't know how to go about it. Like, should I literally just go up, knock on the fucking door, and be like, "Hey, I'm your fucking son. What the fuck? How would you think I should go about this? You know what I mean?"
Man, I feel like you should pull up. I feel like you should pull up and have him look in the face of the life that he brought into this world, and I think you shouldn't be hostile or aggressive with him.
Yeah.
You should just try to like just be like, hey dad, like, you know, I'm your son, you know, and tell him pretty much what you told me is like, I just wanted to just see if you would give me, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes to talk to you. I just wanted to ask a few questions that would maybe give me some peace in my life. And, you know, if you don't want
Right.
to continue our relationship, you know, it is what it is, but I would really appreciate you just as my father or just as a man, if you would just give me answers to some of these questions because I can't get them anywhere else. And then,
Right.
yeah, just see if he'll sit down with you and be like, yeah, just be like, do I have any brothers or sisters? And also like, I think there's nothing wrong with being like, you're like, yo, like, how did you abandon me? Or I don't know if that's the right way to put it. How like, yeah,
Yeah,
how,
I feel like he admitted me.
yeah, be like,
Personally feel
how
like-
how could you? I think you want to be careful not to be too accusatory and piss him off,
Yeah.
but just be like, yeah, like what was going through your mind, man? Like, why didn't you care about me more? Like, how are you able to do that to me?
Mhm.
And I just feel like the biggest thing you got to tiptoe is just not making him be angry, because I'm sure deep down, bro, he's got to know he's done the wrong thing. I think as humans, we all know we're supposed to raise our children, man, and I think deep down he probably knows he did the wrong thing, and I could see someone like that just being really, really angry when they're confronted with the truth of their decisions.
Mhm.
But I think you should do it, man. I think you definitely should do it. But I think if shit starts to escalate, I would say de-escalate. And if the de-escalation's not working, I would just say, just get out of there. But I think you owe it to yourself, man. Don't you feel like that? All the time you've spent wondering about this man, you found where he is. Don't you feel like you owe it to yourself to just go look him in the face and ask him some questions?
Yeah, but my whole thing is I have a lot of doubts. Like, damn, what if he doesn't even live here anymore?
Well, if he doesn't, you're in the same place you are right now.
Right.
If he doesn't live
Right.
there, it's like, well, same situation you've been in for years, man.
Yeah.
Like, what's the pros and cons of if you don't try, he definitely isn't there, and if you do try, maybe he is.
Yeah. I'll just say like I'll just be like, damn, like what's next afterwards? Because like I'll still want to find him. It'll just be like, damn, like what do I do now? You know
Bro,
what I
it
mean?
could be powerful, and I don't know if you'd be willing to do this, but it could be powerful if you could find him and you could tell him, just like off the rip, like, I forgive you
Yeah.
for what you did, man. I forgive you for that. And it would mean a lot to me if we could talk, and if after we talk, maybe you would want to be in my life, whether it's part time or full time.
Yeah.
That would mean a
And
lot.
this and that's the thing, like I do forgive him. You know what I mean? Like I don't have any hatreds towards my dad. I don't. Um like I've like I said, I've had a good life without him. Um of course there's some things that I wish I would have learned that could have saved me some embarrassments. Like I wish I would learn how to fight early on.
Yeah,
I
man.
wish I learned how to fucking ride a bike. I had to teach myself how to ride a bike fucking when I was like 17. I still don't know how to swim, but I know that you know what I'm saying. That's just bullshit. You know what I mean?
Bro, we could get you to
Um,
swim, man. Even if you are high bone density, we could get you to swim, man. I
yeah,
believe that,
but
bro.
it's some things I wish I would have had a dad for. You know what I mean? Just that. It's like I see like my brother, and his son, like my nephew. I'm like, yeah, man. Like, shout out to my brother. Like, my nephew has his dad. Well, all my nephews, like even on my sister's side, like they have their dad. I'm like, yeah, y'all boys, y'all lucky, man. And I know like I have a 1 year old and a 2 month year old on my sister's side, but I'm just like, yo, like when they get older, I know like they good. You know what I mean? Like they have their father figures and stuff like that. And I just know like fatherhood is a beautiful thing because I definitely want to be a father one day. Like
Yeah, man.
I dream about being a father. I dream about, you know what I mean, just fucking play fighting with my kids and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I feel like a dual parent household is so important. I feel like it's one of the biggest indicators of giving someone a fair shot in this world, man. Is having that support system. And I think that we need to put more emphasis as a society on fatherhood and on yeah, just raising your kids, man. I think it's a shame
Yeah,
that even if you look at all the races, man, there is way too high of a rate of single parent households in America
yeah,
amongst
it really is.
everybody, bro. And I feel like I really applaud you for seeing the value in that and for not being like, my dad didn't raise me, I'm not raising my fucking kids. Because I feel like
Yeah,
it could be easy to be spiteful and be like, man, I didn't have it, they don't need it either, I'm good, fuck it.
right, right.
So I commend you for that, bro. But I think you
Yeah,
should
bro.
give yourself that chance to talk to him, because what if it turned out that he could open up a whole can of worms of what he was going through, and maybe he feels really remorseful and he wants to reach out, but he probably feels he could feel like you hate him.
Yeah, and I know that could definitely be a possibility, but like I feel like I was gifted with like the mindset to like hear somebody else out. You know what I mean? Like I know it could probably be like a whole fucking situation that I don't know about with him and my mom, like on some shit where it's just like things may could have been like what you know what I'm saying, don't think it is, like on some shit, maybe, who knows. I'm willing to hear him out. I'm willing to move on and move past whatever. Um
And don't you feel like there's power in that, man? There's power in forgiving someone and stopping that like cyclical hatred.
yeah,
Like when someone fucks you over, obviously you don't want to be a pushover. You don't want to just let too much shit slide. But at a certain point, like not responding to something, there is like a power in that.
yeah.
Or
I,
just
I see I see somebody in chat asking like what does my mom say about it. I don't really talk to my mom about this situation because I don't know, I just feel weird about it. Like to be honest, I won't even tell her. Like I know like she has beef with him, obviously. So I don't even want to bring that up to her. Like even when I go and talk to him, if that happens, I probably wouldn't even tell her.
yeah, I
Low
think that's your
key.
prerogative, man. I don't think you need to do that because
Yeah,
she might have a lot of animosity, and it's just something that you owe it to yourself to have that between you and your dad. And if your mom doesn't
yeah.
agree, man, I mean, yeah,
I mean, whatever. Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end of the day, she's the one that had the kid with them. She's the reason that you're related to this man. So she could say
right.
all she wants, but it's like, mom, you did this, and I want to have my moment. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah,
Yeah,
the doubts, man, the over questioning, man. I think it could be helpful to write down on paper all the doubts you have, and then and look at them and see if any of them really concretely would be worth not going and seeing your dad. Because I mean, my guess would be they probably wouldn't be. And sometimes writing stuff on down and looking at it and reading it, it helps me realize, like, man, I'm just overthinking this shit, and I'm just too in my head. Because I feel like if it stays in my head, I not trick myself. But if I put it on paper and I can look at it and reread it, it's like, man, this shit is fucking. This is not. There's
This
not.
should make sense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, so are there anything about the dad situation that you are going to do today or tomorrow, maybe to get geared up to go see him or to mentally prepare?
Oh, tomorrow I have work. I work like 10-hour shifts fucking through Sunday through Wednesday, and this week I'm working to Thursday, so it'll probably have to be like on Friday, maybe Saturday. Will I actually do it? Because like I work to like nighttime basically, so but like to prepare myself, I don't know. But like I'm the type of person just to go. I'll just jump into something. Like I don't really think I need preparation time. Like I feel like all the years without him was preparation time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And at the end of the day, I just feel like it's just a conversation, a man-to-man conversation. Like, I have man-to-man conversations all the time. Like, I'm having one right now. I'm not scared or nothing. Of course, like, I might get butterflies when I pull up and if I knock on the door. Like, of course I am.
Yeah, man. I feel like butterflies and something. All that means is that, you know, that you care about something or that this means something.
Yeah.
And that's good, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do it because I don't want to push this off because I don't want to. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our days are numbered, bro. I don't want to fucking not do this and then one day, fucking God forbid, you know what I mean? He pass away or some shit,
lose
or
the
I
opportunity.
pass away. Yeah, I lose the opportunity of doing this shit. So
yeah, man.
I definitely feel like I should do it. I appreciate you for your piece of advice and just everything you've been doing and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro, I really appreciate you calling in, and I think this could be a good like thing for chat to think about. Is like, yeah, our time is limited, and yeah, what if we don't have the opportunities in front of us in a month, in a year, and in 5 years? Like, are we gonna regret not taking action? Are we gonna regret sitting back and being in our heads and doubting ourselves and questioning things? I think we will, man. I think you rarely regret going for things you want, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate you calling in, brother. And if you do talk to him, I would love for you to just call back in and follow up and just let us know how it went, man. Because there's so many people that want to reach out to someone and want to talk to someone, and they don't. And I think your situation is one of the more difficult ones because there's just so much built up around that. And I think your mentality about it is great. I think sounds like you're handling it pretty well, all things considered, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'll definitely follow up no matter what happens.
Hell yeah! Just don't follow up if you chicken out, man. That's not going to be acceptable. We've got to we got to take action. We got to take action, man. But I mean, if you don't you know? Hey, if you don't, and you make that decision, then screw it. Make that decision and stop thinking about it, and you don't have to feel ashamed about not doing it if you don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So, but I appreciate you calling him, and I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. And yeah, I hope you can reconnect with your father, bro. And I hope when you end up having children, I hope you are you're that much better of a dad, you know.
100%. And I just like thank you just for everything, man. I love your content, bro. I love everything. Fucking, I'm a huge City Morgue fan. I actually really found you off of the song that you got with RSK Nephew. That's how I found out about you. I was listening. I was like, yo, bro, this song is long as shit. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? I went and I just seen that you're just a great content creator. I seen that you came to Jacksonville before. I'm like, yo, this guy is crazy. Like, but yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Really,
Shout out to that
fucking
song.
awesome.
My favorite line from that song, I think, is "Penguins shit 8 times an hour." If Mr. Popper had them penguins in his house,
That
that
means
man
he
must
must
love
love
shit.
shit. Oh
Yeah.
God, bro,
I
I
found-
listened to that song. Yeah.
Bro, I was at the aquarium and I was like, someone told me that penguins shit that many times, and I was like, first thing I thought was like, fucking Mr. Popper has like 40 of them bitches. That's like 320 shits in the house every day. That boy is stinking up a storm.
I think my favorite song my favorite line off that song is niggas be dick riding, talking that beep shit, a whole lot of it. I come through like Marlon Wayne's, like, who want a fucking problem?
Mm-hmm.
And then that fucking just that tangent he went on about fucking Lil Tim. Yeah, man, that song was
He
great. I
said
love that
Malcolm
song, man.
X wishes he was Lil Tim. That's a
Man, yeah,
crazy
and then
bar. That's a crazy bar.
and then fucking Christ Dillinger fucking just spitting nonsense, man. Y'all motherfuckers went crazy on that, man. I love that song, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to it, man, and I appreciate you,
sir.
bro. So, yeah, hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you sometime soon. I look forward to you talking to your dad, man. I do.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. I
Uh,
love y'all. I love chat, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I love y'all.
Yeah, love you, bro. Peace.
Peace.
Well, man, I think that's gonna conclude. That's probably gonna conclude our day. We're coming in on 2 hours, and yeah, man. I guess before we go, do you want to see? You want to see? I told y'all my dog passed away, but did I tell y'all that? I got new dogs, man? I did, man. I got 2 new dogs, beautiful little puppies here. This one's name is Kirby. He's 25% Husky, 25% Pomeranian, and 50% Dachshund. He's a little sweet little man. And oh shit, that was hard. He's about 15 weeks old. And the other one, you all right, big guy? The other one is named Pumpkin, and she is a Dachshund. And oddly enough, you know, these dogs look nothing alike, but they have the same mom. Because apparently, female dogs can get impregnated by multiple men at the same time. So yeah, that's interesting. So, but yeah, chat. Thank you guys for coming today. I look forward to talking tomorrow. I saw my buddy Andy the Human is in here. He's someone that helped me film really early on in my career and slept in his car and made a sacrifice to film. And Andy, if you're still in here and you're still hearing this, if you want to try to call in tomorrow, man, I'd love to reconnect with you and call in. And I really appreciate you filming for me that night in New Jersey, man. When I had barely any subscribers, and then you saw something to me and you believed in me, man. So I appreciate you and I appreciate that. And yeah, everything is going good. 1 weekend. 3 weeks left to go, and I hope you guys are ready to take action on whatever you want to take action on, man. Like I've said, it's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to not do something about it. I feel like that's what's been in my head a lot. So as long as we know we're going the right direction, as long as we know we're going somewhere we want to be, then we're in a good spot. But let's just not be stagnant, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go edit some Juggalo content, watch the UFC fights, and hang out with my brother, man. And I'm thankful that I can have that time with him, and I'm thankful I can have that time with you. So hope you guys have a good evening, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, 6:30